Corps Religious Defried Lands business. We are partners. We are partners with my sister Rule. This is our transactions which are going to carry out. According to our business, we are two, and we are located in Chirombe na Butiti alongside Kansanga Lukuli Road. Our business customers from there, we have students, as you can see. We have pupils, students especially from Kansanga City Secondary School. There is pupils of Kansanga Parents Primary School. We have bar operators, the border men, the saloon operators, and among others. And our startup capital was 30,000, where each member contributed 15K each. Then the materials there, as you can see, we have the fresh lambs, we have the fats, we have the charcoal stove, we have the saucepans, the dishes, the serving ladles, salt, onion, green pepper, tomato, white pills, newspapers, chairs, and benches for the customers. And we have our strength, we have already market, especially from students from KIU and other pupils. We have our raw materials, which is our advantage, and the language advantage. Me and my sister, we know to speak at least Luganda. We can translate, we can internalize Luganda, and we have our reliable supplier. Okay, Rita, go to the next one. Go to the next one. Next page, Rita.
Those are the weaknesses.
Raise your voice, be clear.
Where are you?
You are under our weaknesses.
Under our weaknesses, we have a problem of finance management, especially personal. Of course, as you know, this business is supported by us, and we pick the money by ourselves. There is no one who is supplying us that money. So as students, we just have to look for money in order to enable your business to grow. So that is the only that is the challenge. Then another thing is bad debt is also another weakness. First, under a business operation, some customers credit. They bring this money, but at times they bring the money late, which is not also bad. But at times when you find that you need this money to use it for something, you can't just get it by that time, because you find that someone hasn't brought the money yet, and you can't go and demand just like that. Then another thing is time factor, whereby we leave school at times late, and we have to go and prepare these things. And always, the time of students, they leave school at around 4. So by that time, if you find that these things, like our product is not yet ready, you find customers are going, and that is the time you find that we leave the selling venue at around 8, because this thing takes around, you can sell for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So when you miss some number of customers, also these things affect you. That's the time you take. It tends to increase with time. Then another thing is long distance of the supplier, since these raw materials of ours are always gotten from town. As the students, we can't leave morning lectures, but at least we entrust one of our friend who always goes to pick also some things of us, I can call them a set, from the set of head, they are called molokon in simple terms. She goes to pick. When she's going that side, we also try to ask for her assistance to pick for us the raw materials from there as she drops us. So at times you find that moving from here up to there, at times you find that it is rainy, but all in all, we always get them. Only the problem is distance. If it was near enough, we would go and fetch these raw materials by ourselves. the opportunities we have, we don't have much competition in that you find that in the area, as you will see from the video, we are the only suppliers of the fried lungs, whereby most people like it. That is the advantage, the opportunity we have. Then another thing is consistent market supply. You find that always where we normally fetch these raw materials from, it's a continuous, because even them that are doing business, they don't always miss. Maybe to us, when this lady who helps us to pick hasn't gone, then that is the time we also tend not to do what? To sell. But in other words, the market is always there in terms of where we get from, or even from our customers. They're always there and available. Then we have the threats, open exposure. You will see from the videos, you will view it. Our business is not located on some stationary building, like no. We operate it in an open place whereby at least we expect customers to see us, and that place is stationary in that students who pass there, like people who pass around also buy. Anyone can be in position to see us from wherever we always sell from. Then we have another threat is that we have heavy rains. As I told you, it's an open place, and that when rain falls, there is nowhere you can go to say that let me first stay here so that rain can reduce. No, you just have to retreat. You go back home, and this at times is a threat in that once you go back home, you find that the rain can go, like it can rain for a long period of time without stopping. You have to stay up to tomorrow, and remember, something that stays up to tomorrow is not good for human consumption, because this is something that needs to be consumed when it is still hot and still fresh, just from what? Being cooked. Let my friend take you through the operating expenses.
Okay, thank you, sir. That was my partner, Rita. Now under the financial expenditure, we happened out of the startup capital that we had, the 30,000. This is how our money were spent.
I want to remove this thing from you.
We had the items, the quantity column, and the total price column. Under this, first of all, we had transport cost, which is 5,000 to and fro. Then we have lungs, fresh lungs, 10,000. That is 1 kilo. 1 kilo is 10,000. Then we have fats, half a kilo, which is sold at 1,000. Then we have onions. Of course, we get 3 kilos of onions. That is at a cost of 3,000. Since tomatoes are perishable, we buy it on daily basis. We get 4 pieces. That is 1,000, 4 pieces. Then we have green pepper, 4 pieces, still at 1,000. Then we have charcoal. We bought that of 5,000, and the white pills for serving, 1,800. We have newspapers, 10 pieces, 1,000. Then we had a total expenditure out of the initial startup capital. We had 28,800 shillings as the total expenditure. Then if we subtract from our startup capital, we get the remaining balance of 1,200, which we can make it as what? A carried forward profit. A carried forward profit. Then these are the procedures that we always use during our business operations. Number 1, we have the cleaning. After the products have been brought from the market, this is the first one. You see from the video, but the summarized ones are here. Then according to our money, this is how we have spent the money. We got this, and also This is yeah, this one here. In one day we got this one, and in one week we got a total of this one as our 21,000 as the profit. Then we left, we added to the startup, we separated from the startup plus the profits we gained in a day to give us this. Then, but my advice to all the small entrepreneurs who have the ideas, the skills of beginning a business, please, we advise you especially those eligible youth. Me and my sister were advising you to always be focused, have a critical mind, be self-evaluative, and take decisions quickly. Thank you. These are the partnership partners.
Maybe another thing is I can add up on what he said is that you don't always feel ashamed of the business, no matter what. Because at times you are not always, like, it's not a must that you get this office opportunity very fast. But at least before you start with these smaller businesses, you can see in this, you can have a look at it as a smaller business. But let me tell you, the fact is, even a month you can raise 100,000. Leave alone people who are employed and they get 60,000 a month. This one is self-employment. So you can start from here as you wait for the opportunities to come from above, maybe from your area of study and so forth. That's all.